Do I dare disturb the universe? This is the ironic question of the love song of J. Alfred Proofrock by T.S. Eliot. I first read this poem in high school and it went completely over my head. I was hit by a barrage of seemingly disconnected images and was unable to find a foothold from which to judge its meaning. Instead of giving up on my assignment, I took a deep breath and I dove back in. Then I discovered the best poem I've ever read. The main character suffers from 3 character traits that cause him to defeat himself throughout the poem. Firstly, the love song of J. Alfred Proofrock is the story of a man lost in his own insecurity. The poem lives inside his head as he walks through the streets, when the evening is spread out against the sky like a patient etherized upon a table. The setting is ominous in these streets that follow like a tedious argument of insidious intent. But the scene is described in intense detail, almost lovingly. Suddenly there is a transition to a social scene, some high society function. Proofrock is clearly intimidated and indecisive in the face of this event. He imagines what people are saying about him as he enters this party, focusing on his own insecurities. The eyes that fix you in a formulated phrase, and when I am formulated, sprawling on a pin. When I am pinned and wriggling on the wall, how should I presume? He feels trapped, caught in a cage built by his own fears, pinned like an insect by the judgment of others. Because of this insecurity, Proofrock has another vice, inaction. For I have known them all already, known them all, have known the evenings, mornings, afternoons. I have measured out my life with coffee spoons. Proofrock knows he has done nothing in his life to prove his worth, proving his own insecurity. And yet, he still is not goaded to act. He says, there will be time to prepare a face to meet the faces that you meet. There will be time to murder and create, and time for all the days, the works, and days of hands that lift and drop a question on your plate. Time for you and time for me, and time yet for 100 indecisions and 100 visions and revisions before the taking of toast and tea. Proofrock is caught in time, caught by his own indecisions, visions and revisions that a minute will reverse. Proofrock's ground state is one of inertia, constantly wavering between one idea and another. He has grand ideas. He wants to be elevated, a superior version of himself, and forget about his petty worries. He wants to break the cycle of empty teas and false galas. But as he puts it, I have seen the moment of my great list flicker. I've seen the eternal footman hold my coat and snicker. In short, I was afraid. Finally, despite his insecurity, Proofrock is just as self-centered as every one of the people at this party. These people he wants the approval of and wants to rebel against at the same time. We all think we're important, and Proofrock is no exception. He says he is no Hamlet, but instead the fool, and he is right in many ways. And that's all I have.
Okay, cool.